Hey, Scott here with Emerald Coast Window Films. We're going to go over our frequently asked questions by our clients. These are a bunch of questions we put together that we've been asked over the last 30 years of being in business, and I hope this will help you out when you're making your window film decision. So let's get started. So, number one, will this hurt my view? Living in our coastal areas, a lot of you guys got beautiful views of the ocean. And matter of fact, what we get so often when we add these films to your windows is I should have done this years ago. These films are crystal, can't even say it today, crystal clear window films that you can see out of, knocks down that glare, especially if you're on the beach, if you're in a condo, you get a lot of sun glare from the sand and off the water. It actually enhances the view. So that's what we get all the time is what what this is designed to do is knock down that additional glare that comes through, and you're trying to look at the beach, enjoy the view that you paid for, and that's what this film will do for you. How long does it normally last? Our films actually have a lifetime warranty on them. So if they go bad, the manufacturer will actually pay us to replace them for you. So typically films will last 20 years, but the manufacturer does give a lifetime warranty on the product. So you're covered not just with our company, you're actually covered through a large manufacturer that actually produces the product. So if it bubbles, peels, delaminates, anything like that, they'll actually cover your warranty for you. Once again, the warranty on residential is lifetime. On commercial is normally about 15 years on commercial films. They're the same films, just the manufacturer only gives a 15-year warranty typically on those films. But like I say, residential is definitely lifetime. So will this lower my energy bill? Absolutely. Depending on how the windows are facing, how much sun comes into them. We've actually seen up to 30% decrease in energy cost. Once again, that has a lot to do with the exposure, the type of glass you got that's already in your place. There's a lot of factors, but there are numbers up to 30%. I would say we've noticed more of around 15% is what the power company has put out about window films, which I think is a little bit more accurate when it comes to keeping out heat. Will this protect my furniture? Absolutely. What causes fading? Heat, UV, and sunlight. Anytime you can eliminate some of that, you're going to reduce your fading. I'd say up to about 70%. So you don't even have to go very dark. You can go with a lighter film that's a really good high performance film that is able to knock out the fading. So a lot of our clients, especially on more of the high end homes or condominiums, that's what they call us for, just to keep everything from fading. So they'll put a super light film on the glass just for UV protection. Is it safe for my windows? Well, the main issue here is making sure what kind of glass that you have. So we come out, we actually check your glass, we check the specifications of the glass, and we match the film with your glass. So that's what makes it safe. So you want to make sure whenever you're getting a quote that somebody actually checks the glass to see what kind of glass you have. I've seen very, very bad situations where it either breaks a window or the window gets way too hot because somebody put the wrong type of film on a particular type of glass. So super important to make sure that the glass is checked prior to installation. So as far as curing time, uh, usually it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to cure it on the inside. No big deal. It just means you don't have to do anything to your windows on the inside. And once it's cured, you can clean it with typical soap and water, vinegar and water. You just don't want to use any type of harsh chemicals or abrasives on the film, but it does have a scratch resistant coating over the film. So it'll actually help protect that from any type of cleaning on the glass. Matter of fact, when we do a demo, we'll take one like a scrubby, like those old steel wool scrubbies, and go over it to show you how strong the hard coat is on the film. Does this give me privacy? We get this quite a bit. especially where we live. Houses are built so close to each other, condos are really close to each other. So, yes, daytime privacy, you can see out, nobody can see back in. Now, at nighttime, we suggest to close your blinds because if the light is inside brighter than it is outside, you can see in. But that's when you want to use your blinds. What we find why people love these window films is during the day you don't want to feel like you're living in a cave. You want to open your blinds up to be able to see out, enjoy the view without your nosy neighbors looking into your place. So and we have these in different shades so we can help you in different ways as far as what shade's going to work best for your particular kind of glass and your needs. Will this make my home look dark? Well, we have all sorts of different shades. We got them light, medium, dark, extra dark, just depending on what you're looking for. We have neutral films that look really neutral on the glass. We can take a lot of the film shades and match them with your particular glass as far as what's in your glass already, as far as the shade in your glass. So, what we typically do is we'll come out, put free samples up, show you what they look like, where you can get a really good look of what it looks like looking out of it and looking back into it. So we do that at no charge. We call it our try before you buy, and so we'll come up, put free samples on your glass or doors. Can I choose the style or shades? Absolutely. Once again, we have them in different shades. We got ceramic films, we got reflective films, we got decorative films. So, like you've got bathroom windows that you don't want people seeing day on night. We have films for that. We have films that are more reflective. We have films that are non-reflective. So we have a variety of different films to meet your needs. How long does it usually take? This is actually a typo on here. It doesn't take 1 to 2 days. Typically, it takes about an average home takes about 4 hours to do with two people working on it. We're usually in and out within 4 hours. Of course, larger homes or more difficult jobs may be different, but typical window film project only takes about 4 hours to complete. So that's, I would say, average when it comes to installing films. Is this like car tint? No, it's actually not. Car tint's made differently. So you don't want to put car tint on your double pane window or you can break a window. It'll actually crack the window, or if it's a tempered window, the window just get really, really hot. So there's certain films made just for residential window film, which is very, very important. You do not want to put any car tint on there, or you can create all sorts of problems to to your window. Can I remove it later? Absolutely. These are held on with adhesives. It would have to be scraped off, scrape the film off and then scrape the adhesive off, but they can be removed off the glass. Cost. Now they vary depending on what kind of film you want. They typically start out about $8 a square foot and go up from there, just depending on, we've got different types of films depending on what you're trying to accomplish. Also more budget friendly films. So we have all sorts of different films for you to choose from. So typically they start out at $8 a square foot. Does this block glare on my screen? Absolutely. We get a lot of calls, especially with these TVs, monitors, get a lot of glare on computer screens, uh, laptops, TV screens. We just did a house the other day. Actually, it was a condo, and they had a big TV there, and they just couldn't enjoy the TV, and they didn't want to close all their blinds down to watch TV. So, yes, absolutely. And we have different shades once again, depending on how much you want to knock of that glare down. So the difference between, you'll hear solar and security film. Basically, security film, some of our clients want a thicker film for security. It's harder to break in. They use it for storm protection. It keeps out, same thing, keeps out heat, UV glare, but it's just it's a thicker version of regular film that's made for more of a security or storm protection type product. We do carry that, and that's available. So that's usually, it's going to be more expensive than you would on the other just regular solar films, but we do offer that too. So final thoughts. Window film is a very smart investment. And so often, I used to own a glass company and we did window replacements. And I would say probably 50% of the time, somebody would call us about replacing their windows, the whole window. And I would look at their windows. So there's actually nothing wrong with your window. If you add this high performance film on it, now you've got a good performance glass that keeps out heat, glare, UV, and it's going to last for years at about a quarter of the price of what it would cost to replace your windows. And they're like, really? I'm like, absolutely. Put some samples on there, and we sold a lot of window film just because of that. And so the goal is to make your place more comfortable, enjoy your views, and we're in our houses all the time, whether you're working out of your home or you're enjoying it on the weekends or in the evenings. Film is a great part of what we can do to help give you that comfort, privacy, whatever you're trying to attain with these window films. So, once again, if you got any questions, got any other questions, feel free to give us a call. We're glad to help you out. Our course number is 850-747-9994. And you can check out our website at emeraldcoastglass.com.